We know who Madonna is, but do we know much about the foundation of a woman called Betty Davis that influenced her and countless others such as Jimi Hendrix, Miles Davis, Prince, and so many more? We know who Eric Clapton is, but do we know about his friendship with Jimi Hendrix? Do we know much about Jimi Hendrix and how he felt about music? Do we know much about Rosetta Tharpe and her influence on rock? We know much about Elvis and how he was inspired by songs like hers, inspired by the moves of people like Chuck Berry. Those moves look familiar, right? But where did they come from? Who influenced them? We know about Mick Jagger, we know about the Rolling Stones. Do we know much about women like Marsha Hunt and her fearless take on the music industry? We love the dance group Diversity. But do we know the diverse ranges of dances and styles created by and influenced by Black people? Are our young people aware of this? Is it important for them to know? Of course it is. It's so important. There's so many faces and names that represent the various things that shape our culture and knowledge in pop, in news, art, history, etc. With my radio show, I want to create a generation of young people that want to listen to and engage with the radio with a fresh approach. I want to bridge the gap between ages, races, cultures, to really understand why African and Caribbean communities are so important, why we matter, how the world wouldn't exist and function the way it would without our input and contributions, without our foundations. Quizzes centered around African and Caribbean culture and history. Life is ever learning. We never stop learning. There's so many young people today who are influencing the world around us, who are innovators and creators. Ultimately, my goal is to rebrand our image and knowledge centered around our relationships with society, invention, music, nature, food, history, hair, travel, and ourselves. As a community, we can't control how we're viewed and the negativity and hatred that we face on a daily basis, but we can change our narrative and inform ourselves of who we are for empowerment, for a better future. The future is black and bright.